business would persist until the formation of the National Wrestling Alliance in 1948. The NWA as a central governing body, with its singular, undisputed world champion, would be absolute and undeniable. This control, combined with the expansion of the interstate highway system, and the inevitable popularity and availability of regional television, would usher in an era of wrestling that was defined by what would come to be known as the territory system. The territory system would dominate wrestling for nearly 4 decades, while the borders, authority, popularity, and obedience of individual NWA territories was in a near constant state of flux. To this day, the impact and influence of these territories is still felt. Each territory had its own signature promoter and star. While it is impossible to cram these characteristics into a static, concrete map, we are damn sure going to try anyway.
So open up your eyes, way before it gets too late. Now one man, there's no way you can hit the street lights running, don't give a damn. A simple explanation that you'll never find. Sinners never sacrifice, we never leave them alone. Is hate really worth the price? Look at what we've done. Never care for compromise, always threatening someone's life, and it feels like the end of the world.
All right, welcome to This Week in Professional Wrestling, hosted by your favorite host, Mike Monty and Jimmy Pharaoh.
What up?
We weren't on last week because of our suspension, and then we had all those other shows, so we're welcome and very happy to be back on your Friday before a nice night of weekend wrestling.
Yeah, and this is episode 10. We made it to double digits.
Double digits.
Yeah, we made it.
Show's doing well. So,
Yes, sir.
Wednesday night, AEW Dynamite Grand Slam in New York. AEW had come to New York.
Nice. Nice.
The show on what are they on TNT, right?
Mm-hmm.
They drew 1.273.
Not bad. Not bad at all. That's fine. I like that. I also like that they did it at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Very interesting. Works for me.
They drew a 627,000 viewers from the 18 to 49 demo, just short of WWE's Raw's 6,400 and 2,000.
Look at Roman still moving the 18 to 49 needle. Not bad.
You know what's scary?
Not bad, Roman.
I mean, this show was as loaded as they could possibly. You can't go any better than this.
it was pretty damn loaded. Yeah, it was
Right?
fully loaded. Yeah, okay, go on.
But you can't go any loaded than this, and they still can't top
Wait,
Raw.
did you think that they would ever top the Tribal Chief?
Well,
Pah!
I guess Vinnie Mac pulled another one out by
Hey,
pulling the
he's-
bloodline again.
I'll fix you.
You know.
Yeah, you got the Tribal Chief on Monday Night
What do
Raw.
you mean? He's part of SmackDown. He was also part of SmackDown.
Not tonight, fucko. It was excellent, bro.
Not before this.
There you go.
Dynamite's overall viewership was up 8% from last week and up 9% in the 18 to 49 AEW streak of defeating WWE Raw in the 18 to 49 demographic ends after 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's not exactly Joe DiMaggio's
After, like you said,
streak.
the WWE Raw heavily featured top star Roman Reigns as a reaction and defeating them.
There you go.
So, like you said, nice job.
There you go. No, they did well. They did well. Good
AEW
week.
was in its finest hour in a massive crowd in New York. Do you wish you were there?
I would have liked to have been there, but you know what? We're busy guys, so we had stuff going on.
It's just
That's
like
the way it works.
I can't drive
You
my
know?
ass to Queens and spend
And now that we're not
7 hours watching pro wrestling.
And now that we're not in the 18 to 49,
We're not.
We don't have the energy anyway.
That's right.
So there.
Very good.
You know? What are you
Very
going to
good.
do?
We do not fit that demographic. We fit
great.
the old WWE demographic.
You
Start
know what?
early, go home early.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Did you ever think that, man? Like
What?
when I used
Did
to
I
go
get
to
old? No.
Well, I used to go to baseball games with my father. We used to show up in the 3rd inning, and he'd want to leave in the 6th inning, and I'd be like, "What?" Oh,
Are you serious?
All the time. All the time.
Wow,
Man.
that's the total
Third
opposite
inning might be
of
a
my
little,
dad.
maybe second inning, but it
Wow.
was like, had to leave like by the sixth inning.
Why didn't you come to baseball games with me and my pop? We used to get there for
don't
all
remember
the
you-
batting practice.
Really?
All the batting practice, watched the whole game. We felt like we were doing something wrong if we left before the Yankees got that final out. You know?
You know, it was a special gift for my father. Remember when the Subway Series first started?
Yeah,
that whole
sure.
thing?
I was at the
got-
very first series. Sure, I
so
remember that.
I got him
Yeah.
Yankees. We went to the Yankee Met game at Citi Field,
Okay.
and I think we were sitting second row.
Wow.
Special treat for him.
Really nice.
Wanted to leave in the sixth inning.
I can't.
But we stayed longer. And it was like the
Okay.
Yankees were getting trounced.
Right.
We leave in the like ninth inning. Mm-hmm. I know it's a wrestling show. I don't want to go too far, but
That's all right. Go ahead.
I must have left the lights on in the car, so my battery was dead. But the Yankees came back, tied the game, and they went into extra innings. Anyway,
Right.
long story short, we just should have stayed there.
Yeah. I mean, you make the trip. You schlep out there. You pay good money. You might as well see the event. Strange.
So, not knocking AEW, because great show, and pretty much the show is all about the show last night, Wednesday night. But they couldn't beat Raw, even when Raw's struggling against Monday Night Football.
Right. Yeah. Well, them's the breaks. I mean, you know, they are going up against the juggernaut, so it is what it is.
So here's a breakdown of AEW Dynamite, guys. August 18th, 2021, 975,000.
Okay.
August 25th, 1.172 million. September 1st, 1.047. September 8th, 1.319. And September 15th, 1.175. They did not even beat the CM Punk debut. I think that would be the CM Punk debut, right? With
Right.
is that the 1.319? Is that the CM
could
Punk?
be. I'm trying to remember the exact date he showed up. I mean, it was so long ago.
I'm
after
sure
all.
the fans will correct us, but
yeah,
again,
that's fine.
look, they did well. 1.2 is not a bad
Yeah, they're
number
doing fine.
today's day and age.
Right. That was the target we wanted to see them hit anyway.
All right, man. So let me hear your thoughts, Dan. The match of the night. Some people calling the most epic match of all time.
Shut up.
Brian
wait a minute.
Danielson and Kenny Omega battle to a draw.
Who the hell called it the most epic match of all time?
I'm just
And
throwing that in there.
if someone
Maybe no
did
one
do that, they could mail me the drugs they're taking because I could use some. What are you talking
Well,
about?
where does it stand the test of time in the Pharaoh
It was an
bank?
excellent match. I loved it. I ate it up, and I also loved the draw. While everybody was booing, boy, I tell you, they were probably in shock. What do you mean there's no definitive winner? What is this? It's called old school booking.
Yeah.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
It said the crowd was in a frenzy. What do you mean, boo? That means the next time they fight, all those people who were booing are going to be like, oh, I want to see it. That was great. Great.
You know, I was mentioning to you earlier, I thought it was an excellent match.
It was.
But I don't know. I'm watching, and it seems like they slow it down so they could get these high spots.
Yes.
And I understand these moves are they can be pretty dangerous.
You don't
right?
stop.
So you don't want to be like
Someone's going to be on a stretcher if you don't do it right.
Right, exactly. So
Right.
they have to make sure. But I mean, there was so
Sure.
many points where Danielson was getting on the ropes that he was kind of just making sure him and Omega were balanced before they did whatever they were doing.
Happens all the time nowadays because this is the style with particular wrestlers. With particular wrestlers, this is the style.
So let me ask you this.
Kind of kills credibility somewhat. I totally see what you're saying.
But you got, I'll just use the example of The Undertaker against Mick Foley, right?
Yes.
And he just basically throws Mick Foley off a cage.
Mm-hmm.
What was more impressive to you, that match or Mick Foley going off the
You
cage?
can't be serious asking me this.
No, I got to be serious.
Because
I am.
it's not even close. It's not even close. What Undertaker and Foley did that night is so legendary and was so awesome. And what are you going to tell me? It wasn't believable? He almost died.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God. Wasn't the tooth coming out of here? It was like a tooth coming out through his... Get out of here. That was amazing.
So I guess my
Amazing.
question to you...
Slower pace.
Right.
More methodical. Two big dudes very carefully annihilating each other, but not to the point where, hold still, you have to catch me. So I totally get it. On a believability factor, not even close.
So then I ask you this. Why always do these high spot moves and these crazy moves? Why not just stick to one really good move and just have a decent match?
It just isn't the way of those types of wrestlers' style. This is the style we've evolved into. Fast. It's almost like, you know how Vince Vince Chicken Hawk Russo used to do Crash TV.
Right.
This is almost like Crash Wrestling. You know, fast. This
but it's kind of like
this is
fast,
what they do.
fast. Slow down, because now we're going for a really big move.
Right.
So you got to, so it
Right.
really becomes evident
Right.
that they're setting things up,
Yep.
and it's almost to a point of annoyance to me.
You know what's annoying as shit? It's my biggest pet peeve. All a bunch of guys on the outside of the ring stopping so they could catch the guy doing the plancha
Yeah.
or the moonsault, and then they all tumble to the floor.
Yes,
the
yes.
most unbelievable horse shit.
Thank you.
It's ridiculous, you know, but it is what it is.
I don't know. I think it's a case where less is more.
Yeah,
I got to be
agree.
honest with you.
I agree.
I'm not
do you
trying to
think-
hate on that
somebody
match or the show.
Somebody said something interesting to me since we're on this subject of the flipping and the flying and the waiting
Sure.
and the hold me. Do you think that it's necessary for Charlotte to do those amazing moonsaults?
Good point. You know what? Because I
They
know
are amazing.
people know me for saying, like, why do this, why do that.
Right.
Funny, I was evaluating Charlotte because I'm a big fan of hers.
Sure, me too.
But when she does that move, it's for a reason.
Right.
And
This is
it's
true.
not a million moves
Right.
before that move.
Right.
And it's almost like
I get you.
if you're in a real fight and Charlotte's in a real fight, you might want to do that moonsault because you might be able to finish someone off with that. So I was
If
thinking to
you hit
myself,
it,
like, you
yeah,
know what?
but-
This is not a bad idea.
I guess.
So
I guess.
great point. And it's funny you brought it up because I was just thinking about that the other
I
week.
wonder about it. I do wonder about it.
I wonder why I'm thinking about it, to be honest with you. I mean, how fucked up is that?
I think it's
But-
pretty interesting that Charlotte. What made Charlotte decide to put that into her repertoire? I mean, she's mostly a ground and pound, beat the crap out of you, break your legs.
Because I
and
think
stuff.
when you have a 6-foot behemoth, not
fact
a
that she
a
does it at all,
monstrous
right,
woman
is
like
pretty amazing,
that
right.
is like, wow.
Right.
It's not like, you know.
right.
Again, I think I'd be more impressed if I saw Roman Reigns do something like that than I am Kenny Omega, to be honest
You know
with
what used to be impressive as crap until he landed on his head? Brock Lesnar's
Yeah.
shooting star press was
Yep.
like, oh my God, is this guy really doing this? Until
Yep.
he landed on his head. I
Listen,
hope Charlotte doesn't have that moment. Oops.
There you
You
go.
know what I mean?
I'm sure her career's over next week.
Oh, yeah,
Something
it
will
would
happen.
Not be good. Oh, whoa, the Pharaoh's curse.
There you
You're
go.
right about that. Just kidding, just kidding.
Pharaoh just said a couple weeks ago they
Unwhammy,
should have a
unwhammy.
draw in this match. You said it clear
Of
on.
course I
think
said
on
that.
our 9 o'clock
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
You said it, and
Yeah.
bam,
There it is.
There you go.
And I also said that the Usos should get together with with Roman Reigns, and Big E should get together with New Day, and bam, there it was. Wait a minute, they're watching.
Which, by
us.
the way, was
they're
another-
watching us again.
it was an excellent match.
Those guys at WWE, they're doing it again. You know, we got friends over there. We should tell them to at least flip us some coins so we can go to the diner or something.
You ain't kidding.
Taking a lot of shit from us.
Phil
Anyway.
Brooks
Stop it!
makes his New York
I
appearance.
don't know. It's CM Punk. It's not Phil Brooks. What is this, Mel Brooks' cousin? Phil?
So what do you think?
terrible.
What do you think of that? Phil
What?
comes out.
I stopped
He goes,
with Phil.
"How do you follow that?"
I just want to know, Matt, are you showing a picture of CM Punk? Because I don't know who Phil Brooks is. All right, now what did you ask me about CM Punk?
So he comes out and he says, "How do you follow that match?" Like pumping up the Omega
Sure,
Danielson.
sure.
What'd you
sure.
think about that comment?
That's fine. He's just sucking up. What are you going to do?
I found it a little bit annoying. I got to be honest with you.
Everything he
I
does
know.
annoys
This
you.
is true.
It's
But this
CM
was
Punk.
like really got into like it's like, dude, it's like why do you have to like when do you recognize other matches
Right,
as a wrestler?
right.
When did that start?
Right, who knows? Who knows?
Let's. Oh my God, this was great. Oh
Right,
my God, dude.
Right, right. Could you picture him in the back, too? Luchasaurus, great mask! Yeah, man! What kind of homer is this? What are you
man.
saying about CM Punk here? Unbelievable. Poor CM Punk. He's not Phil Brooks. This is awful. It's just awful.
So in response to complaints about happy to be here, CM Punk,
Here
CM Punk
we go
essentially
again.
foreshadowed a heel turn down the line.
Nice. That'll be good. You think they'll boo him, though? We love you too much. We can't boo you.
Well,
You think?
it happens with Alistair Kick. So I don't know.
Alistair Kick, yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Alistair Kick.
I'll be honest with you, dude. I honestly think that what do you call it? That Phil is losing momentum.
He's not losing momentum. He's CM Punk. There's some shitty fucking booking going on because I don't understand why Powerhouse Hobbs was served up to him.
Yep,
It's way
good point.
premature.
Great
How
point.
about letting Powerhouse Hobbs build himself up first before he deals with a program with CM
What do you mean?
Punk?
What do you mean served up to him? What do you mean?
Served
the match
up.
hasn't even taken place yet.
Served up.
Hasn't even taken place yet.
Oh, yes, it has. Oh, yes, it has.
And you're going to get the result at the end of the show. So if you don't want to get screwed over or have a spoiler alert at the end of the show.
Can I? Boy, that's really going to put asses in the seats. I heard that somewhere before in the past many years ago.
MJF defeated Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah.
Julie Hart looked really good in her Green Bay Packers style outfit.
You think you're going to get an argument out of me? No.
I think this match, to me personally, proved that this is why I said it before.
What?
Brian Pillman Jr. does not have the goods, dude.
Absolutely disagree. Thought that it was a good match. Thought Pillman Jr. did a great job. Everything's fine. I don't have a problem with him at all. And by the way, he didn't look small either.
Oh, no, he looks good.
He looks good. Damn good. And he wrestled damn good.
You're a big fan of Pillman,
I think Pillman Jr. is the goods. What can I tell you?
Why?
Because he's just like Dad. He's got something going on there, man. I think he's good. Turn him heel, get him a vicious manager, and make him just.
He needs a stick. Need someone to work the stick for him.
That's okay. That's okay in time. I got a lot of faith in Brian Pillman Jr. Let's see what happens.
All right, this was a match I personally really enjoyed. Malachi Black defeated Cody Rhodes. From the opening note, Cody Rhodes' music, New York City crowd decided that Cody was the heel for the match.
Baffling.
The paint over, well, we'll get into that.
To me, baffling.
Over Malachi Black's eyes continues to spread as part as his now is his colored gray.
Right.
Right. Thoughts of that match?
Right. Solid, good match. Very annoyed though that Cody put him over. I don't agree with that. I also
Malachi is so over with these AEW fans.
Why?
Because that's what they love this guy.
I don't know why.
Again, I will say this about AEW fans.
He's fine. It's not that.
It must be fun to be an AEW fan because guess what? Every match, every move, these fans love it.
Good for them. That's great.
Listen, I got to tell you.
It's fine.
I mean,
I think it's a bit much.
I enjoyed that match, but talk about Arn Anderson, right? He was moving across the post for some kind of spot, and he literally falls off the apron. Everybody's looking, and the camera's trying not to go on him. Again, mistakes happen. It's not a big deal.
They should just put banana peels on the apron just in case. Just to be like, well, if he falls, at least we got banana peels there already.
Personally, it wasn't a big deal. All I'm thinking to myself, like, again, we went to the first match with Danielson, right?
Yeah.
Slow-moving, scripted stuff, and poor execution of it.
Okay.
Don't put the square peg in the round hole. I don't know what they were trying to do.
Right.
But,
I don't understand why Cody was, like, so hated. That is weird to me. If anybody should be lauded and applauded by the AEW fans, it's Cody Rhodes.
You don't think Cody's become the Triple H of AEW? The suit. He's not. Listen, AEW is. If you talk to an AEW fan,
Cody Rhodes, the Triple H.
They hate WWE.
Yeah, we know
Okay,
that.
you don't see much of a mixture there.
No.
WWE guys. Look, they stand proud with their flag, but I'm a WWE guy, but I gotta tell you, AEW is winning me over with some of the stuff they're doing. I gotta be 100% honest.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the tribal chief on you, but go ahead. Go ahead. Don't you dare turn on the tribal chief.
I would never. That guy is the bomb.
The bloodline will come for you.
But
go on.
A lot of times with their matches, and we'll continue on with this card.
Sure.
They're so blatant, poor-looking move motions.
That was awesome.
Exactly.
They like everything.
Yeah.
They like everything.
Which makes it fun, I guess.
Listen, they're into it. I don't know what to tell you about that. They're into it. This is what they like, and good for them. That's fine.
So why do you think Cody should have been put over?
Cody should have won that match. I just don't think that Malachi Black is all that. I'm not a huge fan of Malachi.
I know you hate Malachi Black.
I don't hate Malachi. Actually, I used to really like him.
Right.
When he first started in WWE and he was rising up with that whatever gimmick they were doing. And then, the storyline started to suck for him, and it started to become lame. And then, one day at the studio, I'm watching with the Bartman from Wisteria Hall, and he goes, all this guy does is kick. Alistair Kick. And I was like, Alistair Kick. And Bart's good with gold. Once in a while, he'll say something. I'm like, holy shit, that was great. And ever since then, to me, he's been Alistair Kick. He's just, he is one
Now
move.
he's Malachi Kick.
Yeah, now he's Malachi Kick. You don't think that gray spot's going to go anywhere obscene, do you? It seems to be going down.
The one thing that is
annoying. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Alistair's
what's the reason behind
kickstand.
the Great Muda spray into Cody because you can't have Cody lose clean. So he uses.
I don't think Cody should have lost at all.
We spoke about this.
Quite
Best part of
honestly.
that match, though, Brandy Rose did a good job.
Brandy
dude.
Rhodes out of nowhere becoming useful.
Yes.
I was shocked.
Very good.
You know what I love though?
Becoming useful.
I love because she's been useless. Come on, stop. But I love that he was like 1 minute, and when she came out, she got a pop.
Yeah.
Fans were like, because they got that show coming.
Sure.
You know, so it was smart.
By the way,
business-wise.
that show is no one's gonna watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
Roads to the top. This is not Ms. and Mrs.
I know
Come
a
on,
former
dude.
partner of mine who would have been like, "Well, I want to see that." Hey, God. Well, I used to sit through the Divas shit.
Oh my God.
I used to sit there and go to myself, poor Dean Ambrose. He looks miserable having dinner with Cena. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. That's what I remember.
Wasn't Dean Ambrose Daniel Bryan?
He hates Cena, too. Don't forget, Cena was dating the other one.
Dude, that was the
Will
best.
you marry me at WrestleMania? Whatever
Dude,
happened to that.
wasn't that the best though? With Cena, all dressed up in a suit,
Peas at 3 o'clock?
high level.
Peas at 3 o'clock?
But here's the best.
Cena's
You got him,
insane.
and then you got
What?
Danielson, who doesn't own a TV, and
Right.
Cena's looking at him like, "Get
Right.
the fuck out of my house,
right.
guy!"
Like, you're dating this guy?
I know.
That's
It's like,
fucking-
Bree, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, Bree, what are you doing?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what she was doing. Well, we know what she's doing, but
Yeah,
what are you
exactly.
gonna
But
do?
what kind of fun is like hanging out with Danielson?
Maybe he's fun. I don't fucking know.
What, milking cows?
Here, smoke this. It's green. I don't fucking know. Although Brie would probably be like, "Oh my God, it's illegal."
So you
Get
got
outta
John
here."
Cena hanging out with what's her name?
I
The
just
other
remember
Bella.
somehow-
With Nikki, and they're drinking and they're having a great old time, having
Yeah.
sex in a limo.
Yeah.
And then you got
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
Reading books about how to grow carrots.
Exactly.
That's true.
Oh my God.
And I still remember somehow there was Ambrose somehow got on this show for a couple of episodes and he was
and
miserable. Turn the fucking camera off. I don't want to be filmed.
Let's not forget,
You know?
we know the facts, but really when those Bellas weren't hooked up,
Yeah.
they were having a good old time
Yeah,
with
yeah.
many of
Yeah.
the team.
Wait, hold on. I think I hear Dolph Ziggler calling. You know, I mean, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that.
Oh my God.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
I'm
Thanks.
just saying, hi, I got a client inside, so I'm going to be honest.
Okay. Sting and Darby Allin defeated FTR.
Okay. I think they're going to be tag team champions eventually.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to be tag team champions eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel that way.
Why do they keep on getting pushed down?
I don't know. I don't know. What do you mean? What the revival guys?
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. Who did they piss off? Did they piss somebody off? Who could they have pissed off at AEW? Everybody loves each other over
They're
there.
like real tough
At least
guys,
we
though.
think everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are tough guys.
Yeah.
They are definitely tough guys.
All right, Britt Baker defeats Ruby Soho.
You mean Ruby Riot?
No, Ruby Soho.
No, they say
I kind of like Ruby Soho better than Ruby
Do you?
Riott.
Well, you know what? So do I. I got to admit.
I like that
Yeah,
name.
it's been better. It's been better.
So
But what's the point of bringing her in so fast? Okay, you lost to the champion. Now what? What is she supposed to do now?
I want to make it clear. I love Britt Baker. I do. I love her. She's a better mic, Roddy Piper-ish than she is wrestler, though.
Uh huh.
I'm sorry.
That
That
match
match
was the
last,
drizzling
it was
shit.
so
Yes.
bad. Pharaoh, it
That's
was
pretty
so
funny.
bad.
That's pretty funny.
And I don't let anybody else tell you anything different. It was so bad.
But they were going nuts, right?
And it closed the show. It closed their biggest show in the history to date of this organization.
That's my take. Wasn't that deep and filled with wisdom? That's shit. That's how you close the show.
Wow.
No thanks. No.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know what though? They didn't close the show because they were forced to sit for another 2 hours for another show. After that, right? They had the Rampage. According to one of my buddies who went, he said it went on from like 10 to 12 now.
Right.
And now we got another 2 hours.
Well, yeah.
You know?
What'd you say? People complain about WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, right. WrestleMania is too long. The people last night that got to Arthur Ashe Stadium started at 6 o'clock and it didn't end till midnight. So you got 6 hours of AEW. Oh, that's better than WrestleMania? In what world?
So
You know?
overall,
The
New York
fuck, get outta
card,
here.
how do you feel about it?
I'm very glad that they did it in New York. I liked the fact that it was done at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Different, mix it up. I heard that there's going to be a wrestling card at the brand new Belmont place where the Islanders are going to be playing.
Really?
And I don't know if I got to take a look. Forgive me, folks. I'm not an internet hound like a lot of folks are, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't know. But I'm wondering if it's WWE or AEW. I'm hoping it's Vince. but we'll see.
All right, so we're almost out of time, so I want to give a spoiler alert. You are going to get the Rampage results, so if you don't want to hear them, tune out.
Quick, run to your computer. No, I gotta be surprised. I don't blame you, but for those who want to know, hit it.
All right, here we go. CM Punk
Yeah.
against Powerhouse Hobbs.
Who won? Who won?
It's hard to figure out.
Who won? Tell me it was Powerhouse Hobbs.
No, it was CM Punk.
Good. With the go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I didn't even know that was the name of his finisher.
Where have you been for the last 12 years?
I don't know.
You know, under a rock?
You know how I feel
Watching
about
the
Phil
rocks?
Brooks. Yeah, really.
It's not
Six-man tag team match, Jurassic Express.
Yeah.
And Christian versus Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
Nice, nice. Well, unfortunately, your boy Luchasaurus took the pin because Adam Cole, baby, pinned him. What do you think of that, by the way?
Yeah.
Adam Cole is the size of a bowling pin.
5'3" Adam Cole destroys.
The bowling pin pins Luchasaurus. I
Makes
love it.
all sense in the world.
To me, it makes complete sense.
Smart booking.
Hey, Cool always wins.
Glad I didn't go to this
Cool
card.
always wins. Did you ever notice, you know something? And I'll tell you why Cool should always win, just like it did the other night, 2 nights ago, with Cole and Luchasaurus. Cool always wins because, and we'll do a little flashback. How many guys were bigger than Fonzie? Plenty of guys on Happy Days were bigger than Fonzie. They all backed away. They all backed away. Fonzie was the size of an accountant.
Oh, my God.
Okay? Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. My father was bigger than him. He was an accountant.
Were you scared of Fonzie growing up?
Hell's yeah. Fonzie's tough
You were
dude.
like, oh, it's Fonzie. I'm afraid of
All
you.
it took was one look from Fonzie.
Dude, the minute Welcome Back Carter came back on, you were done with Happy Days, so don't even go there.
Who was?
You were.
How do you know? You didn't know me in 1975.
I know the type of person you are.
I
The
wasn't
minute
even
you
allowed
saw
to.
Barbarino, you were
I
done.
wasn't even allowed to watch Welcome Back, Carter.
Why, because
My mother was afraid I turned out to be a sweat hog. Nice job, Mom. Didn't work.
didn't work. All right.
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Chris Jericho and Jack Hager
Jake Hagar. Go
for
on.
Scorpio Sky and
some
whatever
other dude.
whatever his partner
That's
is.
some
And that's
other
it.
dude.
So-
that's hilarious.
What's the results?
I think Hagar took a pin.
Ooh.
Hagar takes a pin. Jericho must have been like, "You stupid idiot."
And then
You just made the
supposedly
list.
some UFC fighter came out. I don't know who it was.
Well,
and
there goes
beat up Jericho.
It
and
goes
Hager.
Lambert's guys again. It's that Lambert crew. You know, Lambert with the the UFC guy with his crew. What are you gonna do?
The Matt Hardy group against the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I don't
whoever
give a
gave us the
shit.
results couldn't bother to remember who won
Well,
that match.
you know what the problem
It just
was?
happened and could not remember
But
who
the
won.
problem was,
So
according
you can watch that. You can watch
Yeah.
that on replay.
according to our eye in the sky, he was sitting on the very last row of the building. So he was literally the eye in the
Do you
sky.
think he literally fell asleep
He
during
might
this?
have. He might have. But you know what, though? Props to the guy who gave us those results because he reminded all the marks around him all night. Oh, look, there's Ruby Riott. Oh, look, there's Daniel Bryan. Then he was like, oh, look, there's the champion who couldn't last 10 minutes with the tribal chief. So props to you.
All right, and the final part of this,
what do you got?
Moxley versus Suzuki.
Oh, nice. I love Minoru Suzuki.
Who won?
I don't know. Does it say?
Moxley.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we
But
go.
then Suzuki decided to give Moxley a beatdown, and
Ah.
Homicide came
in.
to help Moxley.
Yeah, you know what? The guy who made 350 days probably marked out like a fiend. It's Homicide! I love Homicide! I remember I saw him win in Brooklyn and Kings County back in the day against Jose Estrada.
Oh my God!
I can't anymore. But no, that's cool. Homicide's cool, man. That's cool. I like that.
All right. Anyway,
I don't like Suzuki ever losing to anyone. but
everybody
that's you know.
enjoys SmackDown because that's actually a live program. And don't forget this Sunday, Extreme Rules. I want to thank everybody for joining us.
Yes,
and we'll
sir.
see you next week with episode 11. This
Yes,
is Mike
we-
Monty.
This is the Pharaoh, and until next week for Mark Messier number 11. Later.
Mark Messier.
That's his
nice. I love that.
Baby.